Hey everybody, we are here on the Celebrity Reflection, currently docked in Bimini, and you guys get to see me on my absolute best hair days. So it's super windy today. It looks like it's getting ready to rain a little bit, but the Bahamas are gorgeous. Obviously the water is absolutely beautiful, unlike my hair. So I thought I'd give you guys a quick tour of the ship before we leave dock. So this is deck 16. And unlike most of the other ships that you've seen me do tours of, this one isn't nearly as tall. So deck 16 is as far as it goes. And deck 16 is also super small. It's just a seating area with deck chairs to lay out and relax. And that's it. So there's not part of deck 16 on this end of the ship and then part of deck 16 on the other end of the ship. It's all just right here. Super small little area for relaxing. There's also no water slides or rock climbing walls or anything like that on this ship. So that's something to keep in mind when you're looking at itineraries and trying to decide what ship you want. So the only thing you can see from this deck, it does look over the sports court. It looks like we're having a friendly game of basketball down there right now. And now you have officially been introduced to deck 16. That's all there is of it. So we will head down to deck 15. That girl in front of me in the pink boots is the second person on this trip I've seen wearing exceptionally furry shoes. So I don't know if those are coming back or what. So it is definitely starting to rain. So I'm going to do this outside part pretty quickly so we can get inside. Right, so deck 15 overlooks the pool area. It's also the home of the Mast Grill and the Mast Bar, which is where you can get a really good burger. In my opinion, it's not quite as good as Guy's Burgers on Carnival, but it's really, really close. We've also decided that Bahamas hair is just as bad as Florida hair, so here we are with deck 15. Goes all the way around the ship. They are playing a game of officers versus guests water volleyball. Even though it's raining, it doesn't seem to be stopping the crowd. Of course, if you're already in the water, I don't suppose it matters, and there's no lightning. The other thing that I want to show you on this deck is the lawn club. This is something that is really cool. I've never seen it on this ship before. This ship actually has grass, a full-on lawn, where you can lounge. They have cabanas. You can take your shoes off and feel the grass between your toes. There's the screen where they'll play, they had sporting events. They had a soccer game on yesterday. So it's like you're watching the sports outdoors. So here is the lawn club. Right. How cool is this? I'm curious how they keep it. Like, do they mow it? I don't know. And then there's also the Lawn Club restaurant, which is a specialty dining option. Very cool. So we're going to head in from here because that is all that is on deck 15. That covers deck 15 all the way around the ship. Now we're headed in. We'll go down from here. I don't mind going down the stairs. I know you guys have heard me say that I do my ship tour videos starting at the top and working my way down because I don't mind going down the stairs. Check out this cool atrium. All right, on deck 14 is the Ocean Club Buffet, which we walked through yesterday while we were in Key West because we were in port, so there wasn't a whole lot of people. Hey everybody, we are here on deck 14 outside the Ocean View Cafe, so I thought I'd give you a look around the buffet while everybody is still in port. I'm hoping it's not as busy. We are in port in Key West today, so I'm hoping some people are still off the ship. This ship is set up a little differently with their buffet than the other ones I've been in. As you can see, it's not one big long line of buffets. They have different stations. So we have the ice cream station with rotating ice cream flavors. And then this is their pizza and pasta. So build to order pasta bowls. And then this station looks like they're carving pork leg right now. They have different beverage stations set up around the buffet. Water, lemonade, tea, coffee. They also have a chef's daily special. So it looks like today is Mexican for lunch. Here in the middle, they have pastries and fruit. My mom appreciates the fact that all of the fruit is on different platters. One cool thing that this ship does is they have a gluten-free dessert section. So all of these desserts right here are gluten-free, which I think is pretty cool. They also have a vegan section, so here are all the vegan options. The grill is something that's always open when the buffet is open. Burgers, grilled fish, hot dogs. They always have an Indian section, and they always have an Asian section. And then the food within each of those sections changes. So yesterday there was some kind of Asian pork. Today it looks like it's chicken. They have a Caesar salad and then a build your own salad bar. And then continuing with the Mexican, they have a nacho bar. So right now it's pulled beef. Last night they had fajitas. Oh, they've got the fajitas on this side. Very nice. And then they have the cold cut meat and cheese section. And then they're serving something in coconuts. This is a specialty for the afternoon. Ceviche. I don't know that I've ever had ceviche, but I might have to try it. And then everything is labeled with these signs, and the signs note any allergens. So ceviche is gluten-free, which is exciting. I may have to try that. And now we're back to pizza and pasta. So it does make a big circle with each of the different stations. It's a little choppy, a little spread apart. You're like, have I seen that yet? Oh, hey, here's the hummus bar. We hadn't mentioned that yet. So there's lots of different food options. You just got to keep walking in circles until you find what you want. I also just noticed green churros. That's interesting. Looks like they're just dyed churros, not flavored. Weird, but okay. Past the gluten-free is another build your own salad bar. And then if you continue around the back of the ship, they have an outdoor dining area, which is really nice. So if you want to sit outside, you've got the ability to do that when the weather is nice. Here's another beverage station. You can see they've got coffee, This one's got lemonade, fruit punch, tea, and water. And then here's our outside dining station. Not a bad view. It's a hazy day here in Key West. The weather is really pretty. When we got off the ship this morning, we're like, oh, we probably should have put a sweatshirt on. But now that the afternoon has gone on, the sweatshirt's not necessary. Key West is a really pretty port. I would be happy to come here again. And then from this outside dining area on 14, we can take these stairs up to 15, and they have a grill, outdoor grill called the Mast Grill. And they do build-to-order burgers.
Yes.
There's also a bar. Oh, and the lawn is up here too. So it's strange to see grass on a cruise ship, but that is legitimate. That is actual grass. And this is called the Lawn Club. So this area anybody can use. You saw the lady there had the putt-putt clubs that they were playing with. And then there's also this section of the Lawn Club that has reservable cabanas. Yeah, believe it or not, this is not like a pet relief area. This is an actual area of real grass, like turf grass, with cabanas that you can. And I'm gonna take my shoes off and walk around. They're playing a soccer game. Super, super pretty, thoughtful area. We are in port, so there's nobody here, obviously. But I walked past this yesterday, and there was also nobody here. So it's not an area that gets really crowded. A little quieter, even though it is directly above the pool. So we'll walk around the outside here over to the grill. Give you guys a look at that. Here on our left is the porch. I'm going to slip between these two pieces of glass so you guys can see this. This is a specialty dining restaurant, the porch. So indoor, outdoor seating. Thank you, Jesus. I'm going to walk past the pool. It may get a little loud. We're here on 15, looking over the pool on 14. You can see most of the chairs are taken, but the pool itself is not super crowded. I'm assuming the water's a little chilly because it's only about 72 degrees here today.
That song is a story. Or what is her name? Again? Cassidy.
As you can see, there's plenty of chairs.
She's singing. She's a music man right here, but she knows all the songs that they're playing. Every lyric she knows. All right.
This is the Mast Bar. This is the bar associated with the grill restaurant. Cut across here. We'll get to the Mast Grill. It smells great. They have a signature bacon cheeseburger. They do hot dogs, turkey burgers, vegetarian burgers with all the toppings. It smells so good. And then there's also soft serve ice cream. And then seating if you want to enjoy your burger outside. All right, I'm going to find the stairs to head back down and we'll finish up later. We've got our friendly hand sanitizer person. Thank you so much, keeping us safe. And then elevators. All of the elevators have a sign in the middle that'll direct you to what you're looking for based on what floor. That's really cool. All right, we'll head back outside to the pool deck. With ping pong. That's free play. It's exceptionally loud. And it is that volume anytime there's something going on at the pool.
Alright, so we're doing a favor. You've been involved. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We're ringing the last stop of our pool volleyball, everybody. Can you please give me the ball? Alright, so now everybody, we're now going to start with our rapid for serve. Alright, so I'm going to keep the ball in there. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1, and go. Let's do it. Alright, our officers will serve first. For our first round, everybody, we're doing it. So 15 points. Let's do it, Brian.
All right, we're heading into the adults only part of the ship where it is much quieter. So this makes up the entirety of deck 14. It is the outdoor pool area and the indoor adults only area. Sarah and I got into the pool earlier when we got back on the ship from being in port, and it was like a bathtub. It was wonderful. That's exactly how I like my my pools. So it was perfect. This section here is the fancy suites, the reflection and signature suites. So you have to have key card access to get in. You can kind of see down the hall a little bit, but we obviously don't have access to that on the ship.
No, that's the solarium. You're talking about the front, the sky lounge?
Skyline's up top. That's right here.
And then other side of the elevators is the sky lounge. So this is just another quiet space where you can hang out, have a drink. You can tell it's much quieter in here. There's a bar. Occasionally they'll have live music. Super pretty. I love quiet spaces. I work from home, and so when I get out into a crowd, it reminds me how loud humanity is. So when I get into a quiet space, I'm like, oh, quiet. So from here, we will head down to 12. The ship is broken up a little strangely. They've got things randomly scattered on the cabin decks. So we'll try to hit those highlights too. So the main thing to know about deck 12 is that is where the fitness center and spa are. I'll just take a peek around here. They won't let me go too far in. 1, because of the camera, and 2, because I don't have a spa reservation.
It's made of carbon fiber and like 20% special plastic. Can I show you about that? Oh, cool.
Click around the fitness center.
Good evening. Welcome to the fitness center.
There are different levels of rooms with Celebrity, and if you stay in an aqua class room, you get access to the Persian garden complimentary. So the Persian garden includes things like those rock chairs, those heated rock chairs you see there. They're hot and cold saunas. There's not a thalassotherapy pool on this ship, but it includes the non-spa package items. So no hairdos, no manicure, pedicure, massages, that kind of stuff. But it does include the saunas and the hot stone chairs. So as you can see, we just made a circle. So the other thing that's on this deck is the Future Cruise desk. And since I'm a travel agent, I don't use the Future Cruise desk, but if you wanted to visit them, they are here on this deck. So you can see there from the map, decks 11 through 6 are all staterooms, except for the library on deck 10, Game On deck 9, the Hideaway on 7, and the iLounge, which is the internet cafe, on 6. So we'll try to hit a couple of those on our way down to show you what those look like. So now we'll head down to 10. Because we're at the end of the ship, we will have to go down the hallway to get to the library, as it's in the middle. If I know my husband, he will fast forward through this part of the video so you don't have to spend a minute watching me walk down the hallway. My room for this cruise is on deck 10, and I am in a celebrity class, not celebrity. I'm in a concierge class on this celebrity ship. So we will make sure and stop by there at the end of the video so you can see what a concierge classroom looks like. It sounds super fancy. It's got some upgraded amenities, and it's a little bigger than a regular stateroom. I got a really good deal on it. All right, this is the library. It's an unconventional library in the sense that most cruise ships have an actual room that is designated for library. You can also see there's not that many books. You don't have to sign them out anywhere. There's no person requiring you to mark off which book you took or making sure you bring it back, which is probably why there's not that many. But this is the library here on the Celebrity Reflection. It's kind of loud in here when they're doing things in the atrium because the main atrium is right here. And it looks like they're doing curling. That's interesting. That's one of those games I've never really understood. You get behind this little thing with your fancy broom and sweep it down the little runway and try to knock your opponents out of the way, I think. Might be fun to watch when I make it down that far. But if I were sitting here in the library trying to read, I would be a little miffed at the volume. I'm going to take the stairs down to 9. Here on 9 is the area known as Game On, which sounds like maybe an arcade or something of that sort, but that is not correct. So it's just a quiet place that's set up for you to play games. So they have interactive table games and they have board games. So I guess it's kind of like an arcade. I know what checkers are. I don't know what the rest of those are. But these are some examples of the Game On area. And then they've also got board games here. Oh, and there's a couple of puzzles in there too. All right, we are going to skip deck 8 because it is all staterooms. So I won't stop there.
Okay.
There's a kids club up on deck 15. So here on 7, besides the staterooms, we have the hideaway, which is again just another quiet space to sit, relax, hang out. Be great if your room was an interior maybe and you couldn't see out, but you wanted to get some air outside of your room. So this is a really cute area called the hideaway. These look comfy. Oh, they are comfy. I should have brought a book. I have a balcony, but I could see me hiding away here. And I almost left my cell phone. That would have been really bad. I'm also not going to stop on 6. It's staterooms with the exception of the internet cafe. Celebrity has a Wi-Fi package that you can purchase. And I've been really impressed with their Wi-Fi on board this trip. So you can see underneath the tree there across the atrium is the internet cafe. And there's a better view of our curling.
And all right, there we go. Getting out. 1.
All right, from here we'll head down to 5. I'll go this side. Gentlemen walk through those doors and it is breezy. So this is one of the decks where you can get outside if you wanted to sit. There's lots and lots of seating. But we're gonna stay inside. Maybe. There we go. So on this side is the Ensemble Lounge and Michael's specialty restaurant. There are several specialty restaurant options on board, none of which are included. All of them can be added a la carte, or you can purchase a dining package that will allow you to eat at multiple specialty restaurants. So that's Michael's Club. And then just past the bar, we have Murano. And then we continue through the lounge to Cuisine Tuscan Grill at Blue. Blue is a restaurant that is included if you're in an aqua class room. Some pretty cool artwork. That's kind of trippy. And this is really pretty too. A peek in the Cuisine restaurant. Small venue. You can make reservations once you get on board. Tuscan Grill is their signature Italian. Beautiful restaurant. And it's here at the back of the ship, so you got a really nice view. If Jerry were with me, I'd say we'd probably have dinner here once. And then through here is the Blue restaurant. Like I said, this one is included when you stay in an aqua class room. They've got a little more healthy food options. Not that it's all like vegetarian or vegan, but they put some thoughtfulness into the health level of the choices there, since those are in the aqua class room category. I guess they figure people who book the aqua class so that they can get the spa benefits are maybe a little more health conscious. I'm not sure. I've never booked an aqua class room. I love the amount of quiet spaces on this ship. And I've also noticed there are very few children, which was surprising to me because this is a school holiday weekend. This is Martin Luther King weekend and most of the schools are closed. So I expected there to be way more children than there are on board. But I think it's probably a lack of kids' amenities that has prevented there from being children. I think I've seen maybe a dozen kids in total. So decks 4 and 5 are kind of like the places to be after you get through the specialty dining. The photo gallery is here. The coffee bar is here on our right. There's also the gelato bar. Mango sorbet. Yum. Hi. They also have liquor-infused ice cream at that bar, if that's something you want to give a try. So this is the line for the coffee bar. They do serve coffee up on the buffet. So if you need a coffee fix and you're not picky, then you can have coffee on the buffet. And then they have complimentary like desserts here too. Before we head to the theater, show you this side. The sushi restaurant is on this side. So that's another one of their specialty restaurants.
10 points right there. All right, now it's now time for the movie, everybody.
So you can see really small. So if you do want specialty dining, make sure you make your reservations early. So as soon as you get on board, try to make that a priority so that you're guaranteed to get what you want. We have another bar. The Breitling watch shop. And then this Exquisites is the jewelry store. We're still in port, so the stores are closed. All of this is jewelry. And then we start their art collection as well. All of the cruise ships have an art gallery, do an art auction. Jerry and I sat in on one once. It was fun to watch. I love me some Thomas Kincaid, so I'm always checking out which ones they have on ship. That Tangled one is one of my favorites. Now we get into the luxury handbag, Kate Spade. I'm not a purse girl, but I see some Louis Vuitton over there. And then this is the beauty store. Makeup and cologne. And then past here is the upper entrance to the theater. Reflection Theater is on decks 5 and 4. I don't think I can get in. Nope, it says closed for rehearsal. So I'll have to try to peek in there later so that you can see what the inside of the theater looks like.
Oh.
It's a small theater, but they have 2 showings of each performance a night, at 7 and at 9. So if you have early dinner at 6, you would go to the late showing. And then if you had late dinner at 8, you go to the early showing. And then this is their art gallery. You can see here the chairs are set up for their art auction. They also sell cameras and accessories in the art gallery as well. All right, from here we'll head down to 4. So this is the other entrance to the theater, the lower level entrance to the Reflection Theater on both sides of the ship. The big things on this deck are the casino and the main dining room. The upper level of the main dining room anyway. So if you're doing anytime dining, you would enter on the upper level, which is here on deck 4. Then if you have a dining time, then you would enter on deck 3. We have a conference center over to our right. And another future cruise desk here on our right as well. And then continuing on the right is the rest of the shops. So things like your alcohol and cigarettes can be found through there. T-shirts, souvenirs, sunscreen, general amenities like Tylenol or Dramamine, sunglasses, all of that stuff can be found in the marketplace shops.
All right, it's going to be back.
And then the left side is the casino. It is also not open because we're in port, so they can only operate the casino when we're in international water. But you can see there are slot games as well as tables. It's a relatively small casino, probably one of the smallest casinos I've seen on a cruise ship, but I'd say it probably gets the job done.
Yes. Once again, leading score is John with 19 points.
Still got the curling going on. See if we can learn anything.
Oh, I see it. Oh. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, right? 15. All right, 15 points, everybody. All right, we are now in our last person. Oh, it is not your turn. All right, your whole family is here to support you.
So past that, called the Martini Bar, past Martini Bar, is the upper level entrance to the dining room. So like I mentioned, this is the main dining room on the ship. If you have anytime dining, you'll enter here on deck 4. Anytime dining means you show up when you're hungry, as opposed to having a set dining time. And then if you have a set dining time, you'll also have the same table and waiter every night. So there are pros and cons to each. You can see the dining room looks the same whether you're the top level or the bottom level. But the bottom level is reserved for those who have a specific dining time. I prefer a specific dining time because I like to eat kind of early, so we have at 6 o'clock dining tonight. But some people just want to show up when they're hungry, which they can accommodate too. And then the last thing on deck 4 is around this corner. It's called Cellar Masters.
Everybody guys, the whole sign right there, once again, John.
They're playing a football game in here. They serve small plates and drinks. Just another swanky spot to hang out. We'll head down to deck 3, hit the last couple of things on board. The things down on deck 3 are guest relations, the other entrance to the dining room. Deck 3 is also where you enter the ship when you first get on embarkation day. When you get off the ship for port days, it's down on deck 2 is the gangway. So here on deck 3, we have Illuminae, which is the restaurant that is available to retreat level guests. So retreat are the fancy suites. So you have to be staying retreat level to eat in Illuminae. That is a complimentary restaurant for retreat level guests. And then you can see across the way there, Opus Dining Room. That is the bottom level of the main dining room. Through here we have the shore excursion desk. You can make your shore excursion reservations or ask questions. We have the passport bar. And then across the way on the other side of shuffleboard is guest relations. And then continuing on deck 3 is staterooms. So that wraps up our Celebrity Reflection ship tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. And if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing to the channel, that would be super appreciated.